deluxe expansion time. I'm so pumped. This is going to be so much fun. I know nothing. I've done a really good job of avoiding spoilers for the repackaged contents, in my humble opinion, I would say. That being said, I've seen a couple of cards, but I try not to read what they do or anything. But this is where the game extends to the golden era, in your opinion. Everything from here on just felt better. Oh my gosh, which is incredible because this is already my favorite LCG. And so having you say that, who has played through all of the game, if not just very close to all of the game, that this is where like it starts to get better. I am so intrigued by that statement because I think that the game is already fantastic. So, oh my goodness, I'm just excited to see more cards. Let's go. Lost Realm there. Oh my goodness, it's a Tactics Aragorn. More Aragorn. More fun. Okay, so seeing you soak in the newness of it is so gratifying. Well, I'm glad that you're able to share in my excitement. Because I am excited to see what's going on. Aragorn's great. I love Aragorn. Get rid of those. Oh, these are encounter cards. Okay. Boom. Okay. Aragorn. The standard Aragorn stat line is 12, 2, 3, 2, 5. Each enemy engaged with you gets -1 defense. How interesting. After Aragorn participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, choose an enemy not engaged with you and engage that enemy. Interesting. Yeah, no, that's really cool. The lore Aragorn is just so good. I hope we don't have a Tactics Aragorn attachment yet, right? Because we have the Ring and Spirits, we have the Celebrian Stone, we have the lore one, which I'm drawing a blank on right now. But I mean, like, that just gives Aragorn so much flexibility. And I know there is a Spirit Aragorn because I have gone through and just with the card of the day doing them alphabetical, I've seen Aragorns before. But like, I try and forget what they do, but this is really cool. This is also a Dunedain traded card, which I know that gets a lot of love in this expansion. He's so good. I mean, just the -1 defense is so powerful because like it's each enemy engaged with you. That's so good. Oh my goodness. It's also a warrior. So pretty. So pretty. We've got Halabrad, a 10 cost 2/2/2/4. While you're engaged with an enemy, he does not exhaust to commit to a quest. Oh, very cool. This is what, so I just did the interview with Caleb, who was the lead designer on this expansion. And this is what he was saying, where Dunedain wants to have enemies engaged with them, but not necessarily kill them. And so I'm starting to see that with this card, which is really cool. You may optionally engage one additional enemy during the encounter phase. That's really fun. That's really cool. I like that. I love the stat line, just the flexibility of a 2/2/2 stat line. And then also not needing to exhaust when committing to a quest seems pretty solid. We'll see how he plays into the other Dunedain cards, but I need to bring it. Is there a bring it in Lord of the Rings? Draw a card for each enemy engaged with you? Because that seems pretty good. Are those all of our heroes? We only get 2 heroes? Interesting. Okay. We got Weather Hill's Watchman. Response: after Weather's Hill Watchman enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a signal card and add it to your hand. Shuffle the other card back into your deck. Beautiful. Beautiful. I would have liked to have this guy for our last quest that we just played. The signal cards being those Dunedain cards that add to the stats. But for just a 2-drop in leadership is also just really solid. For a 1/1, probably a blocker, honestly. 2 per deluxe. Sweet, thank you. I keep getting thrown off because we got like 4 in the Hobbit, or in the first Fellowship box, and I think that just threw me off for the longest time, because then we got 1 in. There's never as many player cards as you think because so many encounter. That's fair, yeah. But the Weather Hills Watchman seems pretty good, especially if you're running a signal deck. I wonder if we're gonna get some more love for the signal cards here. Maybe like benefits for if you have signal cards attached, because those are cards that I think I would like to play more of. Also, Halbrand works really well with those because he doesn't have to exhaust to commit to quest. Next up, we have the Dunedain Hunter. A 0 cost. After Dunedain Hunter enters play, search the top 5 cards in the encounter deck for a non-unique enemy and put it into play engaged with you. If no enemies enter play by this effect, discard this Hunter. Hey, it's Angela. I think you will fall in love with Dunedain. Good. I'm so excited. I have loved so many of the archetypes. I say that like there's some that I don't love. No, I love all the archetypes in this game so far. My favorite has been Sylvan. I really like Sylvan. I also really enjoy dwarfs, just like the dwarf swarm type situation. But Dunedain seems really interesting because it feels like a very puzzly archetype. I use this guy all the time. I mean, he's a 0 for a 1/3/1. He seems good. He seems really good. And then he can probably take care of that enemy by himself. Then if you combine him with someone who can defend well, he seems solid. He seems really solid. The Sarn Ford Century, a 3 cost 2/1/02. After they enter play, draw 1 card for each enemy. There we go. Hey, it's Bring It. It's Bring It. I called it. That's funny. Yeah, so it's yeah, that works. That'll do. That'll do right there. And he turns on the Dunedain stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, because you can play him in the planning phase, grab the enemy, and then Halbrand does not have to exhaust. That's cool. I didn't think about the timing in specifics like that. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then you get to draw a card for everyone engaged with you. Which, like, even if it's just 1, it's still solid. Like a 3 cost 2 quester for 1 card draw doesn't exist in your deck. But if you can, like, build up. I'm thinking... yeah, Boromir seems really good. Just being able to defend a ton. Or I guess twice. And then Unexpected Courages. There's a lot here. There's a lot here that my brain is already starting to just like, okay, just keep the enemies out there. Oh, that's cool. Oh, we got a 4 cost Spirit. This guy better be good. 0 willpower. That does not start well. 2/2/3. Gets plus, oh, there you go. He gets +1 willpower for each enemy engaged with you. Okay, yeah, you're right, Angus. I'm gonna really enjoy this this archetype. There's just a lot. That's a solid card. I wonder how many enemies can you have engaged with you at one time? That's like the opposite of a dwarf swarm. But I mean, even at two, right? You have drawing 2 cards from here, which is really good, and then a 2/2/2 for 4. I mean, like here, this guy is not that much further off than some heroes that we have, and so the Warden, I'm yeah. Hey, an event, a signal card. Oh, it's a signal card. Okay, so signal. I need to go back and look and see if signals are, if I have more signal cards, because I just may not have paid attention to that trait before. But the signal cards could be really nice if I have more of them for like the Weather Hills Watchman here. Play only if you control a Dunedain hero. Shuffle 1 of your set-aside Ranger of the North allies with the encounter deck. Planning action. Shuffle 1 of your set-aside Ranger of the North allies with the encounter keyword into the encounter deck. Then remove Ranger summons from the game. I don't think I understand that. Ranger of the North allies. Am I supposed to understand that at this point? Play only if you control a Dunedain hero. Shuffle 1 set-aside Ranger of the North ally. Oh, here are the Ranger of the North allies. Haha. Encounter, Surge, Range, Sentinel. When revealed, the first player chooses a player to take control of Ranger of the North, then either deal 2 damage to an enemy or place 2 progress on a location. Sweet. Got it. Yes, thank you. Okay. That's a really cool card then. That's fun. That's a fun way to interact and bring in like just different mechanisms into the game. One cost for that for a 2/2/2. That seems really good, right? Or am I just crazy? Yeah, I want these. I want to play these. That's really fun. That's really, really fun. Next up, we got the Tireless Hunters. Play only at before resolving enemy attack step. Choose an enemy not engaged with you. Engage that enemy, then discard a shadow card from that enemy if able. Nice. Okay, nice. Gives you abilities to, or ways to engage more. So now you're engaging two. You can engage even more with the Tireless Huntress. I wonder how. I assume this works well in solo, but I think it probably works even better in multiplayer when you're revealing more encounter cards, seeing more enemies, and you can optionally engage more. I think that seems pretty good. Hey, zero cost. I like zero cost. Expert trackers. After you engage an enemy, exhaust a scout or a ranger character to place X progress token on a location. X is the engaged enemy's printed threat. That's good. That's pretty good, especially in lore. Seeing that in lore is really nice. Not seeing it locked to spirit seems really good. Nice. Heir of Vlandril. Better in multiplayer for sure, but there's certain quests where it's still good. Nice. Sweet. That's so much fun. I love having so many tools in the repertoire, the toolbox, so that now it's like, okay, this is going to be a really good quest for Dunedain. This is going to be a really good quest for the Hobbits. This is going to be a really good quest for Dwarves. It's just fun to like be able to construct and build that puzzle. So Heir, attached to a Dunedain hero. Exhaust Heir to reduce the cost of the next Dunedain ally. You play this phase by 1 for each enemy and oh my gosh. That seems really strong, no? I mean, even if you only have one. This is team building exercise. And the first quest in this box very much lets you play with this. Oh, good. Good. That's exciting. So attach to a Dunedain hero. Exhaust to reduce the cost. The next Dunedain ally you play for 1 for... if you can sit there with 2... I mean, like, now this cost... This is free. This is always free. This is 1. This is 2. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Aletheus. Attached to a Dunedain or a healer character. I don't know if I've seen any healer characters. I'll have to check and see. Discard and exhaust attached character to heal all damage on a character. You can discard a conditioned attachment from that. That's good. Anytime that we can get more ways to discard conditioned attachments, I am here for it, because some of those conditioned attachments are nasty and it almost feels like a necessity to bring like the, not the Hammersmith, but the other one, the other dwarf, or the spirit card that does it. Throw a couple baddies under a forest snare and away you go. Whoa! I forgot about the forest snares too. I haven't used it. Those were cards that I thought I could not live without, and I have not pulled those cards out in a long time. Oh my gosh. Time to blow the dust off your forest snares. That's amazing. Great minds think alike. Totally in sync. I love that. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, forest snares. And then Faramir has a... I mean, Faramir is... No, Faramir is the lore ally. For some reason, I was thinking he was the hero. Secret Vigil. Attach to an enemy. Limit 1 per enemy. Attached enemy gets -1 threat. When the attached enemy is destroyed, reduce that player's threat by the attached enemy's printed threat cost. In tactics? Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. 1 cost for... I mean, it's off at... okay, hold on. Let me think about that. So if we just look at like the previous encounter, 1 is my deck, not the encounter deck. Where's my... Oh, here it is. So we get 1 for 3. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be scenario dependent. I think that's just kind of what we that's the song and dance of Lord of the Rings, right? But yeah, yeah, one for three, maybe four for a one drop tactics. It could be worth it if you're not running. Two threat removal is still it is especially in tactics, right? So if you're not running Spirit, I think it gets a lot better, right? If we had the same setup as what we just ran, I think it gets a lot better. I'm also like my perception is clouded by the fact that I just came from a game where I had no tactics resources, which was a blunder on in play on my part, not necessarily a function of game design, but like this gets a lot better if Sam and Boromir's resource pools are swapped, right? Then this is really really good. Star Approach. Dog attached to a Dunedain or Noldor hero. Limit one per hero. When you're engaged with an enemy, attached hero gets +1 and cannot have its willpower reduced. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's solid. That's really solid. Boom. 3 and does not exhaust. That's really cool. And here we go. We're starting with the player side schemes. No, not side schemes. Player quest. Side quest. These are new cards in this expansion that were introduced during this cycle. I'm very excited for this. I'm also very excited for the player's side quest in Marvel Champions, which are coming out here pretty soon. But gather information at 0 cost. I assume, yeah, this is a colorless card, so we can run this in any 0 cost. Limit 1 per deck. And the way that I understand this, and I will read up on this before I use them, obviously, but the way that I understand this is you get to choose if you're questing on the main or on the side. So you put this into play and you have the option to quest on both of these. And if you complete this, then you get the ability. So response: after the stage is defeated, each player may search their deck for one card added to their hand. Each player self-holds their deck. Seems good. Seems really solid. Especially if, oh my goodness, yeah, like if we were sitting in the previous stage or in the previous game where we wanted to stay on the stage, we could choose to just gather information, be drawing cards, reducing our threat, sitting there building. You decided at the beginning of the quest phase. Sweet. Nice. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. These are some really fun cards. I think you hit the nail on the head, Angus, that I'm really going to enjoy this Dunedain archetype. I'm excited to build around them. We'll probably try and lean pretty heavily into the Dunedain synergies for at least this first quest, especially if it works for what Josh was saying, if it works for that first quest. But I do like to try and use these heroes when I do get them. And all progress only goes on the active, then side quest. Sweet. Yeah. But I mean, this is an impressive box so far. I mean, like, there are no cards in here that I am like not a fan of. I think probably, like the Trestless Huntress and maybe Secret Vigil are the two that I am least excited about, and that's thing that I'm not excited about. The quests are also impressive. Nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. But there's just so much here. I mean, like, this feels, Josh, I think we were talking about it at Con of Heroes, where like they would sprinkle in some of each like archetype throughout the game's life cycle, but here it just feels like they're like, here is the Dunedain archetype. Have fun with that. The cycle is a great story too. I don't know why I have the hardest time forgetting to read the story. I need to do that. Sweet. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for today. I will be back on Monday. We're going to be streaming more Nebula in Marvel Champions. We're going to be continuing on with the Hero Spotlight that we're doing with her. And so that's going to be on Monday. Next Lord of the Rings stream is going to be next Friday. We're going to keep doing that. They started front-loading the archetypes better. That's good. That's really good. Yeah. And then next Wednesday, we're gonna pencil in Final Girl. I wanted to do it this Wednesday, but I actually have family here, and so I spent a lot of this week just getting ready for them. And so I appreciate you all hanging out. I will see you all on Monday, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Peace.